President Muhammadu Buhari's government has appealed the judgment of the appeal court freeing the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, after 1 week. We've been saying it that if you know that you are sure of what you are saying, that he was only discharged, not acquitted, why wait all this while? And now they have been going left, right, and center, saying, oh, it is because of Igbo leaders. They are the ones in charge. They are supposed to be the one to release him. They are trying to bring all manner of excuses that do not even really hold water. Now, a week after, they are now going to court to go and appeal it. So what have you been waiting for? They want to tell us that they've been studying the case. But if that is the case, why did Malami quickly issued a statement after the man was discharged and acquitted? Well, the Nigerian government has appealed the matter at the Supreme Court. The Nation reports the government, in a motion for a stay of execution filed on Wednesday at the nation's apex court, is asking the court to stop the execution of the Court of Appeal judgment of October 13th. The appeal court acquitted the IPOB leader and barred any lower court from entertaining further charges against him. In a 7-ground notice of appeal, which was filed by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, the federal government did not only fault the lower court decision, it also prayed that it should be set aside. Some reporters had reported that a three-man panel of appeal courts justices led by Oludotun Afe Adefope Okoje on Thursday, October 13, while delivering judgment in Kanu'S appeal on his extraordinary rendition, declared it as unlawful. The court also quashed the charges bordering the terrorism and treasonable felony preferred against him by the Nigerian government. The appeal court held that President Buhari's government breached all known local and international laws in the forceful rendition of Kanu to Nigeria, thereby making the terrorism charge against him incompetent and unlawful. Where the judgment was on appeal marked CA/ABJ and whatever filed by Kanu against an earlier ruling by Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja. Justice Adefope Okoje, while delivering judgments, declared Kanu's abduction from Kenya as his subsequent return to Nigeria as illegal and unlawful. He proceeded to quash the 7 counts left of the initial 15 counts filed by the government. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court had, in an earlier ruling, quashed 8 out of the 15 counts, leaving 7 for determination. But the appeal court in its ruling held that the Nigerian government violated all laws in the first full rendition of Kanu to Nigeria, thus invalidating the charges. By the legal abduction and extraordinary rendition of the appellant, there was a clear violation by the respondent federal government of international treaties, conventions, as well as the African Charter of Human and People's Rights, the court said. The courts added that having flagrantly breached Kanu's fundamental human rights, the federal government lost the legal right to put him on trial, adding that the trial courts therefore lacked the jurisdiction to try the appellant on the retained counts of the charge. No court can try him going by the circumstances of the extraordinary rendition, the court held. Justice Adefope Okoje, however, declared that having resolved issue 1 in favor of the appellant, which deals with jurisdiction, the appeal succeeds. The order of Justice Binta Nyako, which ordered the appellant to answer to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 15, is set aside, terminated, and dismissed. Appellant is accordingly discharged, Justice Adefope Okoje declared. But the federal government, in its ground of appeal, argued, among others, that the Court of Appeal erred when it faulted the manner by which Kanu was brought back to face trial after he jumps bail and fled the country. It's contended further that the Court of Appeal heard by when it struck out the pending charge against Kanu on the ground that the trial courts no longer possess the requisite jurisdiction to continue the trial because of the manner by which Kanu was returned to the country after allegedly jumping bail. The court has yet to fix a date for the hearing of the motion for the stay of execution. Let them continue to speak English. It is clear. You can use all manner of things to try to justify yourself, but it is clear that you are wrong. You are telling the court that the court is wrong, but you are wrong. You want to tell us that you know better. Buhari, who said, oh, I'm going to do this, let it go through the judicial process. He doesn't want to do, didn't want to interfere. Now the court has judged the case. You are saying it is not so. Who does that? Who does that? At the end of the day, you are still going to fail. We will just know that all these things you are doing, you are just doing it just to while away time. You have failed already. The same Supreme Court that granted fourth position to be first in governorship election. As they keep on holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God will keep on punishing Nigeria. It's as simple as that. They are just scared, not that they don't want to release him. They are just dragging it to the end of this government so that all of them will go to exile, because before the lion comes out, I'm seeing, had we know in their faces, Nnamdi Kanu is a leader of Biafra and also a president of Nigeria. That was how Pharaoh's heart was hardened for destruction. Buhari, Malami, and their cabals are heading for destruction on Kanu's case. Federal government led by APC administration is a disgrace to Nigeria and other African countries. Any judgment that goes against their useless interests will not be obeyed. Minister of Justice are now Minister of Injustice. APC has done more harm than good to Nigerians. The name of Kanu gives them heart attack, let alone the man himself. The much Malami and his Fulani brothers can do is to detain him till after the elections. It will still end in praise and in Kanu's favor. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is triumphantly among or coming out stronger and bolder. Well, they must obey appeal court judgment before going to Supreme Court, and that is final. Well, when it was for ASU, we all agree they must obey the ruling before appealing. At least, I think the government should follow the same thing they preach. The appeal judgment while holding him, and I hear that the Attorney General is a Fulani. Now is he giving now? They must release him first. You cannot progress in error. Can you imagine? They will fail again. Free Nnamdi Kanu, a man of truth. The law says the accused should be released first if in custody. Nigeria governments are violating the order of their own court. All the same, I believe the Supreme Court will bear any other court from trying, or by any court from trying Nnamdi Kanu. Then the case will close. Probably they will come out with shame again. Just fix the date, we will be there. We are not backing down. No leave, no transfer. This is really laughable. Don't you think so? Without obeying the first ruling. Good step as Nigerian government follows Miyetti advice. The man should be jailed for Nigeria to experience peace. Okay now. But why is it that they cannot do it? You are saying it, but they're no fit now. They're no fit. So guys, let's take your opinion and have your take on this.